across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Forced out to his left. First down and more for Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go, G, get off the field. Mike 13, Mike 13. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Right now, boys. Motion.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Seven, our score after 1.
7-7.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. And they go play action now. Burrow buying time to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. McPherson now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Allen off the play fake. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and that is incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing now is Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Hey, we got four now. Check 20.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have broken the tie.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Allen going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there just before halftime. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A final shot before half for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. play of the half for Burrow and company. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
That's it, baby.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Cincinnati.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Down 13-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. On play action, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain there for the Bills. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Allen going to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. On play action, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air, Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
35's the mic. I got one. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Right there, baby.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away.
He's going to have the hook up here to chase.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Second and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Burrow will throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 39, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Back. Ready. 11-90.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
He sets to fire deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11 Thomas.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bengals 38, Bills 28.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Here's Allen to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Show it.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let it fly. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Switch.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Check safety. Kill.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Here we go. Ready?
Watch one. Come on. Whip. Watch the whip. Slam.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.